Another sort of literary technique is, a metaphor of sort of 3D sculpture. So, for example, did you ever see the movie Labyrinth? In that movie, they have this one scene where there's these three abstract sculptures from the starting camera frame that seem like three abstract sculptures, and then it pans over, and the perspectives changes, and the three sculptures, join together, and make, I believe it's a bust of the David Bowie character. It could be something else, but yeah, so metaphorically, how this works in literature is that you can tell a story, let's say a first person story, from this protagonist's view. And from that point of view, you describe these three features. But through the story, you also describe other people's points of view so that the reader can put themselves in those other people's shoes if they want. They're not necessarily forced to realize that. The story can make it easier or harder to put yourself in someone's shoes by how much it tells you about where they're coming from. But you can make it very clear so that the reader can put themselves in this other person's point of view, and that other person's point of view can be situated, where the final camera position is, and so that these three images, form together as one. And again, depending on how obvious you make this, you might say that that other character sees it this way, or you might just say how he sees the parts and leave it to the reader to combine them together and understand how he says. And I think a lot of writers do this kind of thing, probably not thinking about it in terms of this metaphor, of course, but they do this kind of thing, and it's almost like Easter eggs where there can be very interesting things from certain points of view in a story, but you as the reader have to do some work to put yourself in that point of view and see things from their point of view as you've been told. So that's another one. Okay.